A very warm welcome to NewsFeed on this 4th day of January 2023. We have so much lined up for you in our bulletin this afternoon. Remember, you can always interact with us on our social media platforms indicated at the bottom of your screen. Now, with that said, my name is Dennis Otieno. I trust you're doing well. Welcome to the broadcast. Now, on to our top story this afternoon. Now, President William Ruto has arrived in Bujumbura, Burundi, for the extraordinary summit of the East African Community EAC heads of states. The one-day meeting brings together President Samia Suluhu of Tanzania, Felix Tshisekedi of Democratic Republic of Congo, Salva Kiir of South Sudan, Rwanda's Paul Kagame, Yoweri Museveni of Uganda, and the host Evariste Ndayishimiye. Now, the aim of the meeting is to evaluate the security situation in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. Take a look.
Yes.
Now, as Kenya continues to commemorate World Cancer Awareness Month, a group of cyclists are cycling a distance of about 350 kilometers from Meru to Embu County to encourage residents from Mount Kenya to turn up for cancer screening in different health facilities. Elizabeth Atieno now reports.
A group of cyclists from Meru County have cycled through Laikipia, Nyeri, Kirinyaga, Embu and Meru counties to amplify their voices in the fight against cancer that affects over 46,000 Kenyans annually, leading to 27,000 deaths. Robert Mureithi is one of the cyclists. He lost his mother to cancer after she was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and now narrates to us his experience.
Na maana ya kukuja na hii initiative ni kwa vile nilipoteza mama yangu kupitia kansa ya saratani ambaye nilisumbuka sana na yeye kwa sababu nilikuwa shule na alikuwa ambiwa amewekwa uchawi, nikaambiwa amelaaniwa. Mimi mwenyewe nilikuwa namuosha na mweka pampers na ilikuwa aibu kubwa kama kijana kutoka Meru. Na nilisema nitafanya nini hili akina mama wengine wasia wakafa kwa hii ugonjwa ambayo kulingana na vile wataalamu wanasema ni kwamba inaweza tibiwa. Nikasema acha nianzie hii kitu kwenda mashinani kwa sababu mama yangu ametoka mashinani.
Joseph Ntiga lost his wife to cancer in 2017 and is now appealing to the government to ensure that more cancer specialists are posted to the local facilities to help with screening and management of cancer-related ailments.
Na kitu tungefanya leo ni kuomba serikali tafadhali ije ilete madaktari na clinical officer wengi kwa mitaani, sababu watu wengi sana vijijini wameathiriwa na kansa, na wengine wetu wanafichwa sababu watu wao ama mafamilia yanaogopa kujitokelezea juu ya bei ya kutreat cancer. Kwa hivyo tungeomba tafadhali serikali, tuko na nyumba hapa, tuko na oncology ward ambaye tungeomba muipatie vifadhi ili iweze kuhudumia wananchi.
Speaking after the exercise overseen by the Naridi and the Justin Muturi Foundation, the cyclists noted that early screening and detection make it easy to manage cancer in the country.
Tungeomba wananchi tafadhali msiogope kujitokelezea kupimwa. Njoni mpimwe, mjulikane kwa vile kansa ikishikwa mapema ama saratani ikishikwa mapema inaponeshwa mapema. Kwa hivyo tafadhali leo mshikane na sisi na walio nyumbani, mkumbuke pia tuko na hospice. Nilikuwa nimesahau kusema tuko na Embu Mbere Hospice. Tungeomba mpatie support na wale ambao wako na cancer pia mnaweza kuja hospice hiyo Embu Mbere Hospice na mkasaidika.
Total kilometers to be covered is going to be 363 kilometers in 2 days. And the whole idea of the challenge is to create awareness of early cancer. It's basically to encourage people to be screened early enough and to come out in large number and be screened.
Last week, while in Embu, Health Cabinet Secretary Susan Nakhumicha stated that cancer was a global public health concern, with 10 million deaths reported in 2020 globally. Elizabeth Atieno, TV 47.
Well, thank you, Elizabeth Atieno, for that report. Now, from the health awareness program by cyclists to matters education, a secondary school in Etago constituency, Kisii County, has been closed down due to extreme under-enrollment. Kisii County Education Board Chairman Henry Onderi has directed students of Karungu Mixed Secondary School to transfer to other schools, even as the school board has been disbanded for failure to maintain the school's enrollment. Onderi has also called on the Teachers Service Commission to redeploy the teachers to other schools where their services will be utilized. Only one student has reported back to school so far since schools reopened 2 weeks ago.
Schools that are not making economic sense on the number of students who are there and also the teachers present. There is one school, for example, that has only one student against teachers who have been posted there by Teachers Service Commission, meaning most of the time the teachers are lying idle. We resolved that this school should temporarily be closed and the children who are there be relocated to the nearby schools. And by that, the sub-county directors will facilitate the transition of these children from Karungu Secondary School to the neighborhood secondary schools. And on the same note, the County Education Board has resolved that the School Board of Management is hereby dissolved with immediate effect for the reason that they have failed to maintain the school, they have failed to manage the school to the extent that we have underutilization of the resources because we do not have the students in place. So meantime, all the teachers of that school will be redeployed to other schools, and therefore we are requesting Teachers Service Commission to take action immediately so that the teachers who are there should not be idle. They should be utilized where they are needed.
Meanwhile, Masaba North Nyamira County Education Director Gabriel Oganda has come to the rescue of the head teacher of the Girango Dock Primary School after the parents were up in arms over what they claim is the poor performance in the school for the past 5 years. Now, according to the head teacher, Regina Mumanyi, her tenure in the school has been in the highest record of marks, further stating that parents have been incited by outsiders.
Panga mkutano na nitaambia walimu hapa na bwana chief na madam SCC tupange hiyo mkutano ambayo nimesema ya kubadilisha performance katika shule hii, na hiyo itatokea kama quality assurance and standards officers wamekuja wameangalia kazi ya walimu ili tukikaa tujue ni wapi kuna shida, si ndio? Sasa hii tukianza kuongelea performance tutakuwa tunaongea tu guesswork, vitu tio mtu kufikiria na kuamuka kusema tu. Nataka vitu ambaye inatokea utaalamu. Wataalamu wameangalia, sasa wanasema hapa ndio mbaya na wanatuambia sasa mfanye hivi. Na ndio tutasonga mbele kiutaratibu, alafu tusonge mbele. Sasa
Elsewhere, farmers in West Pokot County have been urged to move with speed and register online in order to receive affordable fertilizers ahead of the planting season. Speaking at the Ortum High School during the launch of the bursaries by West Pokot Governor Simon Kachapin, Kipkomo Sub-County Deputy Commissioner Teresia Mogure said the government will not issue subsidized fertilizer to anyone who will not have been registered. Mogure urged residents who are unable to access the internet to visit local administrators' offices to submit their names.
Na haujajisajili kwa subsidized fertilizer, tafadhali tafuta chief ama assistant chief wako, sajiliwa. Kwa sababu serikali iko na bidii sana kuhakikisha ya kwamba tutapata mbolea ambayo ni ya bei ya mkulima. Na kama hutakuwa umesajiliwa itakuwa gumu sana kupata hiyo mbolea, kwa sababu wakulima wote wenye ambao wamesajiliwa ndio wataweza kupata hiyo mbolea kupitia mtandao. Kwa hivyo kama hujasajiliwa tafadhali uhakikishe kwamba umeenda kwa chief ama assistant chief wako na umefanya yale ambayo unafaa kufanyiwa. Ningetaka pia kusema ya kwamba tutakuwa na training, hii ni Kipkomo nataka kutangaza, ya wakulima, kwa sababu lazima tuwape ujumbe kabla fertilizer haijafika kwenu. Kwa hivyo tumepanga mkakati wa Kipkomo kuanzia tarehe 21 mwezi huu, tutakuwa tukizunguka kutoka kituo fulani kwenda ingine, tukishirikiana na maofficers wetu wa county government, agriculture, administrators, cooperative. Kuna wakulima ambao wamechaguliwa kuwa kwa hiyo kamati. Kwa hivyo tutakuwa tunakuja kuwapasha ujumbe ambao unafaa kuwa nao kama.
Now, from matters farming to the fatalities on our roads, at least 20 road accident-related deaths have been recorded in the country this year, with the most recent incident being reported at Kikopey along Nairobi-Nakuru Highway, where 7 people lost their lives and 8 others were injured. Now, players in the transport sector are now calling for sanity to stop road carnage, noting that some accidents are caused by preventable and predictable factors such as recklessness, speeding, overloading and use of unroadworthy vehicles. Petan's driving school manager Amos Muirori has urged drivers to exercise caution on the road, while at the same time urged all those who wish to drive to enroll in driving schools and be duly certified before handling vehicles. This even as families whose loved ones have died as a result of road accidents in Ruiru, Kiambu County, called on the government to enact strict measures against careless drivers.
Siku hizi kuna matukio mengi sana ya ajali. Na kiini haswa cha hizi ajali ni kwamba madereva wanakosa ile hali ya uweredi barabarani. Unapata tu mtu alienda pale driving school, hata kuingia driving school, alienda akapewa squad, akajipata yeye ni dereva. Na niseme kuwa ni jambo la kusikitisha kuwa mwaka huu tumeweza kupoteza watu wengi sana. Na ukiangalia kile sababu ya hao watu ni madereva, unapata kama mtu alikuwa anaendesha gari, hilo gari likakuwa na hitilafu. Gari lilikuwa na hitilafu, sheria inasema weza kuweka notice ya kuambia watu ya kwamba hapa kuna gari limesimama ama limeegeshwa ama liko kwa barabara. Lakini unapata madereva wakati mwingine tunakosa hali ya ukuwa wa makinifu. Mtu anaacha gari anaenda.
Bwana wangu alipata ajali pale Karioko, karibu na Karioko. Na wakati alipata ajali hawakumshughulikia, waliendelea na mambo yao. Huyu dereva saa hii ako kwa barabara anashughulikia familia yake. Mimi sasa niko hivi, watoto wanakaa kuniuliza baba yetu atarudi. Sasa hiyo swali mimi sasa, na ningependa serikali ipigane na hii mambo ya accident kwa barabara, kwa maana madriver wengi wana make accident alafu wanaenda shughuli zao. The following day unampata kwa barabara, maisha yake inaendelea.
Now to a sad turn of events in Kirinyaga County, where Ngoshoe residents in Mwea, Kirinyaga County area are still reeling in shock after a man drowned in River Nyamindi as he was celebrating his birthday. According to Ngoshoe Assistant Chief George Moingai, the man is an employee of a local hotel at Kimbimbi, and he had come to celebrate his birthday in the Nyamindi waterfall, where he was accompanied by his wife and a friend from Ngoshoe village. His colleague George Mashira says the 28-year-old Kevin Muthomi had asked for permission at his place of work to celebrate his birthday when the tragedy happened. Mashira says the deceased slipped and fell into the river as they watched helplessly. Police have since retrieved his body, which has been moved to the morgue.
Walikuwa wamekuja na mbili yake hapa kusherehekea birthday. Sasa vile alikuwa wakisherehekea, akaingia kwa mto kwenda kuswim ndio asherehekee. Bahati mbaya ni vile tu alikuja hakuwa anajua kuogelea vizuri, ndio sasa akazama kwa maji akamzama.
Lakini baada ya kupatana aliona ni vizuri wakuje watembee mahali kwa hii site. Wakati walikuja sijui kama walidhani kuogelea ama happen aje. Nilipigia tu simu na huyo rafiki yake walikuwa na yeye, akaniambia mwenzangu amezama kwa maji. Mimi nikaamua niende kwa inspector, nikaripoti pale Kedemi Police Station.
Nimestuka sana juu ya huyu kijana. Huyu kijana alikunywa maji kwangu last minute. Na sikukuwa nikijua atakuja hapa na ingia kwa maji na akufe. Juu ni kijana mdogo na nilistuka sana. Na huyu msichana nikamuona nikasema kweli ni hawa ndio niliwapea maji. Na huyu msichana akaniuliza, "Mama, kwani ulinipatia maji dakika ya mwisho?"
Such a sad turn of events. May the soul of the bereaved rest in eternal peace. Now, moving on, West Pokot Governor Simon Kashapin and Pokot South Member of Parliament David Kosing have lashed out at Interior Cabinet Secretary Professor Kithure Kindiki, telling him to resign for failing to contain insecurity in the North Rift counties. This is after 300 cows were killed at the Pokot-Turkana border. Take a look.
Na tunangependa kusema serikali wenyewe wasikie. Kwanza hii Professor Kindiki anataka kuharibu serikali. Na sina ambia Mheshimiwa Kindiki, kama wewe umeshindwa na mambo ya security, ambia Rais Ruto akutoe hapo, akupeleke kwa agriculture. Watoe mwingine wakuje security. It's true. Kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu sisi tumeongea kama viongozi wa Pokot, lakini hakuna mtu anasikia sisi. Tumesema Kindiki hajawahi kuja West Pokot kusikia shida ya Pokot. Anaenda Marakwet, anaenda Turkana, anaenda Baringo, anaenda Laikipia, anaenda Samburu, amekataa kuja West Pokot. Ni kama amekondem sisi kwamba sisi ndio criminals. Nani ameua ng'ombe ya Pokot? Ni askari yako. Askari yako ni criminals, sio sisi.
Meanwhile, Garissa Township Member of Parliament Deko Barrow has appealed to President William Ruto to declare drought a national disaster. Speaking at 15 Ward during a food distribution exercise that benefits over 250 vulnerable households, Deko said that declaring drought as a national disaster would enable the country to get financial help from international entities. The MP further called on those charged with the responsibility of distributing relief food to include township presidents in their programs, saying that they are equally affected. Now, according to NDMA, the county experienced a late onset of the short rains in 2022, characterized by temporal and spatial distribution.
Hii janga mahali imefika, na pia nauliza serikali na the president in particular, kama anaweza declare hii maneno national disaster ndo to attract more funding from partners kwa hii region. It is very difficult saa hii. Kila siku kama elected leaders we are under a lot of pressure to come out and give a hand to our people, and you also know our limitations. So naomba the president, serikali ikuje nje ideclare maneno national disaster na watoe what they can kusaidia hii watu. Najua mnajaribu, serikali inajaribu, to be honest. There is a lot of programs running with partners na wajaribu tafuta resources ili to come in and give a helping hand. Hiko shida because of our pastoral life. Tuko na shida, kutakuwa na drought, wanyama wameisha. Ile watu mnaona Garissa town si ati ni wanaishi tu hapa. They are also pastoralists. Wanyama yao iko hapa nje. Na hiyo wanyama yote imeisha. Na wale ambao hawako town wameanza kuingia town because wamekuwa refugees ya climate.
Principal Secretary in charge of Technical and Vocational Education, Dr. Esther Moria, now says there is need for students graduating from universities and colleges, and especially those pursuing technical courses, to be examined on the demonstrated skills they learn instead of just sitting for examinations and approved for graduation. Now, speaking during the closing ceremony of a 3-day inaugural international research conference that brought together managers of TVET institutions, researchers, innovators, and industry players from across the country, Moria noted that TVETs were better placed to lead to the creation of more jobs in key sectors like infrastructure development, agriculture, and manufacturing as they equip the youth with the requisite skills.
Encourage all Kenyans to come forth and acquire lifelong skilled. I encourage training institutions, research organizations, and industry players to work in synergy to develop innovative ideas. Research, presentation papers, and deliberations emanating from this conference can provide solutions to global challenges and also appropriate answers to problems facing our communities. A policy framework for reforming education, training, and research for sustainable development emphasizes the integration of science, technology, and innovation in all sectors of economy.
Clinical institutions world over are very key because they answer to common problems that we have. And of course, like Dr. you've just said, ask the right questions. You prod the researchers to research to give you the right answers. I haven't had a chance to walk around here to see the sort of innovations that have been presented, but I can just imagine when I look across all these brains here and the few people who have stood here for the kind of innovations they have presented, I can imagine you have done your best.
Now, from the calls to upgrade the status of higher learning to the fight on corruption, where Kilifi Governor Gideon Mung'aro has appointed members of the Kilifi County Budget and Economic Forum. The 21-member committee will oversee budget-making process. Addressing the press, Governor Mung'aro said he has initiated changes within the departmental financial system to curb any malpractice that had been witnessed before. Mung'aro has centered all county financial departmental accountants to be stationed at the Kilifi main treasury in a bid to curb corruption.
You should have remained single. You never found any more. The budgets, why we have many pending bills is because we do projects without budgeting. The budgeting, the CCs are clearly advised that chief officers from the departments will do BQs, yeah, and that will form the basis of the budget, because we cannot just put budget in a piece of paper without knowing. Somebody says, oh, 20 million for this water project. Who budgeted for it? Was it calculated? That's why you have many projects which are incomplete, or you are pending bills because the money which was estimated was either too low, and some projects even are estimated too high, and then somebody says they have used the 30 million, while the really money which was spent was 10 million. That Kilifi County has almost 1.5 billion pending bills, but about 800 million are unpayable because they have no paperwork. Bills which the Auditor General could not place them to any process which was done.
Now, from the story on the war on corruption in Kilifi County, it's time to get to the sports news, where Tourism Cabinet Secretary Penina Malonza has acknowledged that Kenya is doing well in promoting tourism traction in the country from all possible sectors. Now, the CS has spoken during the third day of the ongoing Magical Kenya Ladies Open tournament for golfers currently being held in Vipingo, Kilifi County. The sport has brought international golfers to Kenya and are expected to inject a lot to the Kenyan economy. Take a look.
Of Magical Kenya Ladies Golf, and what this means for our country is that it's the first edition out of a series of 39 series that are going to happen in the globe, and we're very proud as a nation to host this first event that looks like is the opening event of the 39 series. We hosted the first two events in the country, and this is an arena in the golfing that we've not seen ladies come up. We know golfing is for men, but this time we're injecting the ladies event globally, and we're very proud this morning because I've witnessed the first Kenyan who has moved from just an amateur to pro to the professional league, and this is proud for us. What this means is that we're showcasing our country to the world, and we're telling the world that we have what it takes for the golf to happen in Kenya. Not only for golf, we have witnessed this country hosting international sporting events, and for us from the Minister of Tourism, we're very proud because we have the title of the event, Magical Kenya Ladies Golf, and what this means is that we're combining sports and tourism, and we've started what we call the sports tourism, and therefore we'll be cutting across
And with Kenya producing world beaters across the globe, the call has always been to have international competitions getting hosted in the country to improve sports tourism. But still on the same breadth of matters golf, Anderson Matheka of the Muthaiga Golf Club was crowned the winner of the inaugural Corporate Citizens of Africa CAA Sustainability Golf Tournament at the Par 76 Muthaiga Golf Club. The seasoned golfer beat Gerald Githinji on countback after they both garnered 41 points, while Wilson Chelelgo was a distant third, registering 38 points on countback. The event that brought together over 50 golfers from Nairobi and its environs was the first of its kind as it incorporated sustainability ideals in its game. Speaking during the prize-giving ceremony, an elated Anderson Matheka expressed his excitement over emerging victorious.
Been trying to improve my game, and